Hi! I was just thinking about who I might see today, and there you are! I'm so glad to see you! Welcome to the EarlyON. We offer programs and services for children 0 to 6 years old in Brantford and Brant County. I'm Ellie.
And I'm Taylor.
What are you doing up there, Taylor?
I was thinking. I like to stand on my head to think. It helps all the good ideas get to my brain.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about who to talk to.
How do you decide who to talk to?
I pick someone who is safe.
How do you know when someone is safe to talk to?
I know from my gut. I feel relaxed around safe people. When I talk, they listen to me.
Ah. What does it feel like to talk to someone who is safe?
I will come down there with you so we can ask our friends.
Great idea.
What would it feel like to talk to someone who is safe when you feel upset? When might you need to talk to someone who is safe?
I like to talk to someone who is safe when I'm feeling sad or lonely or angry or scared or when I don't know what to do.
How do you know if you are feeling sad or angry or scared?
You know, don't you? In the video, My Body Belongs to Me, we learned that our body gives us clues about how we are feeling. When I am sad or lonely, I might not want to do anything. When I am angry, my heart beats really fast. When I am scared, I feel shaky inside.
Do you ever get the uh-oh feeling?
I do get the uh-oh feeling sometimes in my gut or my tummy.
How about you? Do you ever get the uh-oh feeling in your gut that tells you something is uncomfortable or not right? If you feel something is not right, or you get the uh-oh feeling in your gut, you are right. Tell someone you trust. Can everyone raise a hand and wiggle their fingers? Great! Now we can make a 5-finger safety plan.
How do we do that, Taylor?
We'll wiggle each finger, and each time we do, we'll name a person who helps us feel safe. We'll start with thumb. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Who is one person you could speak with if you got the uh-oh feeling in your gut? Wiggle pointer. Who is another person you could talk with if you were feeling upset? Wiggle tall finger. Is there someone else you could talk with if you were feeling uncomfortable? Wiggle ring finger. Who else do you trust when you're upset? Wiggle baby finger. Can you think of one more person who helps you stay safe? If you couldn't name 5 people, that's okay. Remember from the last video, I have the right to a safe community? There are many people in your community who want to help you feel and be safe. You could talk to teachers or librarians or a firefighter? Your neighbors? Your friends? Someone at the EarlyON? There is always someone to talk to. So keep trying and you will find them. Because you have a right to talk to someone when you don't feel safe. Say it with me.
I have the right to talk to someone when I don't feel safe. Thanks for joining our EarlyON activity today.